All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope the voice is coming good from your side. I don't see many people yet here. Please invite your friends. And today our topic is a question is mentioned in the internet. And always when we speak about something, we take it as it is. We don't add makeup to it. So I found this question kind of interesting, and I wanted to discuss this topic with you all. The Muslims, they work hard, as we know, trying to convert as many as they can into the cult of Islam. And sometimes they are successful. And today we are going to discuss how a Muslim can be successful to decide to make you believe in such a cult, horrible cult like Islam. I will show you what a Muslim person said about this, and then we can talk about it. First of all, there's millions of people are leaving Islam, and nobody talk about it because those who leave Islam themselves, they don't want to talk about themselves leaving Islam because Islam is a gang. It's a dangerous religion. If you leave Islam, you should be killed according to Islam. So Islam is losing ground everywhere, especially in the Middle East. If you go and see in the Middle East how many people they are so disgusted with the cult of Islam, you will not believe it. And the Middle East is where I'm coming from. But today we will discuss how somebody, he's a Christian, he might convert to Islam. How such a thing, such a horrible thing can happen. In front of me here, there is a website I wanted to share with you. This is from Quora.com. What is the common reason for converting to Islam? And here you have Muslims giving you answers about this. We can read all of it, but I will read the interesting one, which is written by Muslims. This lady here, her name Buthaina Yunus Muslima. She is answering why somebody will convert to Islam. She said, it answer all the questions clearly. This is kind of comedy, or this is real. Islam answer questions clearly. Like what a question? What a question Islam answer clearly. This is my challenge to the Muslims. Even Allah, you do not know who is he. Even the word Allah, you do not know what it does mean. Even the word Israel, you have no idea what it is. Even you do not know the Quran is very contradicting. Once Allah, he say he created the stars first, and once he says he created the earth first. Islam answer questions. What questions? Just yesterday we were showing you the verse in the Quran, chapter 5 verse 51, where it says ask not questions. How Islam answer any question? And here we go. We are live on air. If there is anyone can tell me how Islam answer a question of anything, call me please. If you are a Muslim and you are a person who believe that Islam answer questions, please give me a call immediately. Islam never answer any question. This is why the Muslims, when they explain the Quran, they say Allah knows best. Allah knows best. Even the Quran itself, if we go in the Quran, one of the funny things about the Quran, because it's made by someone, he is a thief himself, he have no idea what he's talking about. So he come with an idea that the Quran is a book, nobody knows what it does mean save Allah. So how you say to me it answer all the questions? If we have a book, nobody knows what it's mean save Allah. What I can do with such a book? You read here with me, it says the following. that Allah he revealed both verses, the one who are clear and the one which is not clear. But nobody knows what the meaning of those verses. If we go here, let us see. And this is the Muslim translation, not my translation. You will see the Muslim saying clearly that there is big part of the Quran, people they seek to explain it. People they seek to explain it. But none knows its explanation save Allah. Okay. How Quran, how Islam is giving us answers when you are saying to me that Allah said nobody knows what the meaning of those verses save Allah. This is a very clear evidence that Islam is a false religion. Because if Allah he send you a book, what the point of sending you a book? Nobody knows what it means save Allah. You tell me. So now what I will do? We are waiting for Allah for the last 1400 years to give us interpretation for those verses. What we will do now? Nobody knows what those verses mean save Allah. So why Allah he sent those verses? Imagine now you go and you get any of my books from Amazon. The Deception of Allah, Quran and Science, Sex and Allah, whatever book. And then you ask me, hey Christian Prince, you said in that book something. I say to you, okay, nobody knows what this means save Christian Prince. But aren't you Christian Prince? And if your book nobody knows what it does mean, so why you told us read my book? I mean, what the point? That because Muhammad is a fabricator, he is a thief. He steal, but he do not know what he stole. He have no idea what he's talking about, so he have no answer. What are you going to ask me something I do not know how to answer it? So this was an answer for somebody cannot answer. No one knows what this means save Allah. So what now? What we would do? And the Muslim they put for us that the first reason to convert to Islam, that Islam answer your questions. Since when? I am here every day asking Muslim questions and we could not find any answer for it. Even simple ones. When we asked Sheikh Ruhi last week why the Prophet he took an oath on the Torah if the Torah is corrupt, do you remember what he said? He said the Prophet he took an oath on it, but he meant the other book. There's no need to know or to be a genius to know that this is a false man. A man who take an oath in a book, he put his hand on a book and he swear by that book, but yet he don't mean that book. And the Muslim they say to us that they have no shame to say that, which means Muhammad is nothing but a hypocrite liar. He is the devil. He swear in a book, but he don't mean it. Islam answer the questions. Is that an answer for my question? Why the Prophet he swear in a book, he don't believe in it? The answer is perfect. Muhammad is a hypocrite. He's a false man. The first verse in the Quran, how many times we ask the Muslims why the angel squeezed Muhammad? The first day in Islam. The angel supposedly came to Muhammad, he squeezed Muhammad 3 times. We asked the Muslims, okay, why the angel squeezed him 3 times? They don't know. Why he told him to read? They don't know. An idiot, he told me, oh, he meant to recite. Recite what, you idiot? Muhammad, he received nothing yet. Recite is something in the memory. The word recite is to repeat something you have already in your memory. And Muhammad, he did not receive any Quran yet. Do we have a Quran in the memory? So how we will say to him recite? If it is recite and Muhammad repeated the same word, how he can say I cannot recite? He just did. Guys, if I say to you, eat, and you say I cannot eat, what do you mean you cannot repeat after me? Eat. You just say the word eat. So it doesn't make sense. Read, I cannot read. And the Muslim, they say, oh, he meant to him to recite. So are you saying that your prophet and Muhammad and your God, they have a miscommunication? Are you saying that your God was not able to explain himself to Muhammad? What does that mean? And why he's saying to him read if he may recite? What about saying the word recite? And how he can recite something he never heard it before? He don't have it in the memory. And if it is read, how he said to him read to someone he do not know how to read, unless he want to make a miracle. But yet Muhammad, after being squeezed 3 times, still he cannot read, he cannot write. So I want to know, what is the question Islam answer? If there is any Muslim in the bushes, I see that many of you are getting more inspired by my program. I received this image today by one of you. Okay. Hello, any Abdul? So do we have any Abdul? He can tell us how Islam can answer any question. And you know what, just to show you that Islam is very stupid, I will let you tell me what the question you want me to ask you. Is that fair, guys? You tell me what the question you want, and I challenge you to answer the question you are the one asking me to ask you. What do you say? Any Abdul? Do you see how sure I am? You call me Muslims and you tell me what to ask you, and I will ask you the question you are the one asking me to ask you, and I challenge you to answer the question you told me to ask you. How more challenging this can be? Any Abdul? Do you see how easy to defeat Islam? Look how many Muslims on the chat, but none of them want to call me to tell me to ask him a question. You choose the question. But because they knew anything they say about their cult, they cannot answer it. Anything. It doesn't matter what they say. This is why I'm saying, they just tell me the question you want me to ask you. Since when this religion have answers? If we ask the Muslims now what the word Allah mean, I saw a video of an idiot. He speak about Allah, that the word Allah is the same as Elohim. I mean, you must be an idiot with certificate degree to say that. What Elohim have to do with Allah? The Muslims, they are worshiping unknown God. They are copy paste disconnected even with the names of their God. Allah is not the name of their God. But how you can teach somebody he want to live in their copy paste rule? This is Allah. The first 2 letters in the name, they are not part of the name. Period. This one, let us zoom in. This letter and this letter are not part of the name. The two letters are A and L. In English, A and L. What does that mean? L. L. L in Arabic today, in the use of Arabic today, it's mean the, equal to the. Need to switch to English. Hold on. The. However, the origin of this is not really the. The origin of this is the word God, which means L is equal to the word God. This is why you see Ba'al, Bal, Bal. Even in the old Aramaic, in the old Hebrew, in the old etc., the word AL was the word God, and then by time it became EL, which is this. El. El and Al is the same. This is why you will find a lot of names, ancient names, they end with Al, and some they end with El, depend on how old those names are. The older they are, the more it is going to be as AL. So the word Israel was not really Israel, it was Israel. The word Ishmael was not Ishmael, it was Ishmael. The word Mikael, the word etc. All is Al. Why? Because Al is word mean God. It's not a name. So now we have Allah. Al, Lah. Al is a word mean God. This is a word mean God. So what is the name of the God? Is Lah. The Abdul, when he say that the Christian they say Elohim, Elohim is not a name, you idiot. It's a plural name of the word God. You see how stupid they are? The word El is not the name of any God. It can be used by the pagan, it can be used by anyone, the same as the word God in English. It is a generic word for the word God. So you can be a Hindu and you use it. You can be a pagan and you use it. You can be a Christian and you use it. And this word used by many religions. However, if we search the 99 names of the names of the God of Islam, we will not find any of them have any connection to El, as you see here with us on the screen. El. In the same time, which make it more funny, El is the most common name or word is used in the Quran, but yet is not coming as a word, because the liar, the thief Muhammad, when he stole the words, he did not know that this is an independent word. So he said, I have an angel who came to me, his name is Jibreel. But Muhammad never told the Muslims what Jibreel mean. And here my challenge, any Muslim can tell me what Jibreel mean? You don't know. Any Muslim can tell me what Israel mean? They don't know. What Mikael mean? They don't know. Even Isa, what Isa? What the Messiah mean? They don't know. What the word Injil mean? They don't know. They don't know. Have you ever heard of a religion have answers more than I don't know equal to Islam? This is the only answer they have. We do not know. Do you see it? Where the word Jibreel coming from? Any Muslim can tell me what Jibreel mean? Is that an Arabic word? You see, if you notice that the stupidity is amazing. In the last week we have some Muslims who call us and says Allah speak only Arabic, so why is you calling Jibreel Jibreel? Jibreel is not an Arabic word. Mikael is not an Arabic word. Ishmael is not an Arabic word. Injil is not an Arabic word. Israel is not an Arabic word. So all the names are not Arabic, but Allah he speak Arabic. So now if we ask the Muslims what is the name of your God, because they are foolish, they have no idea, they say to you Allah. The fact this is not true. When you say Allah, you are saying God La. This is not the name. The name is La. And we can prove that easy. If we go in the Quran, let us do this. To show you the ignorance of the Muhammadan. We switch to Arabic. Please invite your friends and don't forget to subscribe if you like what we do, and don't forget to unsubscribe if you don't like what we do. This is a chapter 1 in the Quran. I will open it in Arabic. Verse number 1 and verse number 2. Anyone notice what the difference between verse number 1 and verse number 2 when it's come to the name of the God of Muslims? Look with me. Immediately the name changed. Immediately. Here this letter disappear. Here this letter here appear. So what happened? Why this one have a letter, this one does not have a letter? Remember, a name, you cannot take letters out of it. If my name is Isa, that's it. My name is Isa. You cannot take any letter off. If my name is George, you cannot take the G off. That's it. This is my name. Otherwise, you are changing it. You can take letters off a word if it is not part of it, if it is an addition. So what happened now? Why the name of Allah is it changing? And this is in 2 verses in the row, like you know, they are after each other. What happened? The answer is very simple. Verse number 2, it says Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdu li lah. Li lah. Li in Arabic mean 2. Li is equal to 2. So alhamdulillah. Alhamdu in Arabic mean thanks or appreciation. And then lah. So alhamdulillah, that will make it as the following. Let us rewrite the sentence. Thanks. Oops. Li, which is equal to 2. Sorry, 2, not 2. In lah. Thanks to lah. This is why here we don't see al, Allah. For here we are not saying the word al, which is mean God. Here we are saying the word straight. Thanks to lah. Who is lah? This is the God. Up in the verse before, it is coming as Allah. Al lah. Al, A-L mean God. Lah is God name. So thanks. This is a verse praising in the name of Allah, which means the God La, Al-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Now Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim is different story, and this is additional proof that Islam is a corrupt, false religion. This is verse number what? This is verse number 1, correct? Isn't it verse number 1? So in verse number 1 we will find Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Okay, almost in every beginning of any chapter in the Quran except At-Tawbah as an example, it doesn't have Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Okay, but the word Ar-Rahman never exists in Islam until Muhammad received more than half of the Quran. So how this word appear in every chapter? To prove our point, look at this. The word Ar-Rahman is a name Muhammad he stole, additional to the name of Allah. There was a guy, his name is Rahmanul Yamama, and he claimed to be a prophet of God, his name Rahman. One day Muhammad he received a letter from this guy who claimed to be a prophet, and later the Muslims killed him. So Muhammad he decided to write a letter back, and he suddenly added the same name was in the letter of that guy. So he said, let me show you the other verse which is more clear. Read with me carefully. Chapter 17 verse number 110. Say, call upon Allah or call upon Ar-Rahman by whatever name you call upon him, for him belong the most beautiful names. What happened? What? That's mean Muhammad never mentioned that name Ar-Rahman before. What is the purpose of this verse? The people, they said to him, who is Ar-Rahman? Who is Ar-Rahman? If we go to the book interpretation or the Asbab al-Nuzul, this is a chapter 17 verse number 110. The book of Asbab al-Nuzul. Asbab al-Nuzul mean the reason for the verses to come down. It's a book explain what is behind those verses, like what the story behind it. All right. Let us see. After Muhammad he mentioned the word the beneficent, which means Ar-Rahman. After he said that, the Arab idolater then commented saying, we know the merciful, which means Ar-Rahim, but who is the Ar-Rahman? The Arab, they never heard Muhammad saying that before. And then they said, as a response, Allah exalted is he revealed the verse that they are asking you who is Allah Ar-Rahman. Well, to Allah belong all the beautiful names. But here we have a problem. If Muhammad he have that name Ar-Rahman in every chapter in the Quran, Ar-Rahman, but this is the first time the Arab heard him saying the word Ar-Rahman. If we go and see the book based on the revelation, Quran according to revelation, let me find you the list, because many people do not know that Islam, the Muslims agree that the Quran they have it today is not the same it used to be in the time of Muhammad. This is what they say, not me. Right? All right. If we go and search in the Quran, this is the Quran according to Revelation. This is the Quran according to Revelation. Here you will notice it's a surah number. Surah number mean as it is in the Quran today. So number 1 in the Quran in the time of Muhammad is number 96 in the Quran today. You see how huge the difference is? Do you see how huge? Very huge. So if we try to find chapter number 17 according to the Quran today and compare it according to Revelation, we will find astonishing news. Let us search what is number 17 in the Quran today is equal. It is equal to to chapter number 51. Sorry, 50. Do you see it? Which mean Muhammad, and by the way, the Muslim they changed the name of the chapter too. So now in the Quran today it's called the chapter of Al-Isra, but the fact it is the chapter of Bani Israel. So chapter 17 in the Quran today, it is a chapter 50 in the original Quran, if it is ever exist. But hold on, that will be a problem. Anyone knows what the problem? Big, huge problem. If Muhammad, this is the first time he mentioned the word Ar-Rahman, this is why the Arab they are asking him, who is Ar-Rahman? We never heard you saying Ar-Rahman before. You know what I mean? Guys, are you getting my point? This is the first time the Arab they are asking Muhammad, who is Ar-Rahman? He never said that name before. But this is mean Muhammad, he delivered already 50 chapter of the Quran and he never said the word Ar-Rahman ever before. So how now we have Ar-Rahman in all the Quran? You see how we get Muhammad busted easy? And Quran is nothing but a book of fabrication. Later the Muslim they start adding Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim to the Quran in every chapter. If Muhammad was saying from the first time of his life Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, nobody will ask him why you are. This a question should be asked in the beginning when he said it first time, but not after 50 chapter, which mean half of his life as a messenger. Ar-Rahman is a person who is from the Arabian Peninsula. He called himself Ar-Rahman, his God is Rahman. And not only that, even the word Muslim, Muhammad, he stole it from that guy. This is why the Muslims they call him Musaylama, to make fun of him. And when Muhammad he mentioned that Ar-Rahman is one of the names of his God, what is the excuse for him to make it a name of his God? He said all the beautiful names belong to Allah. But this means this Allah don't have names. Guys, read me carefully. This is what the Muslims saying, not me. At the beginning of Revelation, the messenger of Allah, Allah bless him and give him peace, used to write in the name of Allah. So there is no Rahman, there is no Rahim. Do you see it? Do you see it, guys? There is no Rahman, there is no Rahim until this verse was revealed. But this is revealed in chapter number 50. So we should have at least 50 chapter in the Quran does not have the word Ar-Rahman or even Ar-Rahim. Are you getting the point? Now where we can find the Quran which have 50 chapters does not include Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. Where we can find this Quran is located. Obviously the Muslims, they added those things later. Remember, we said to the Muslims, any Muslim is more than welcome to call me, and he is going to ask me to ask him a question about Islam. Which means, you tell me the question you want, because I challenge you to give me a question, I can ask it to you, and you can answer it. This is how stupid this cult is. It doesn't matter how simple the question is, you Muslims cannot answer. And this is why I'm saying, you tell me what the question you want to ask you. Imagine, you Muslims call me, and tell me I want you to ask me this question about Islam, and I will answer it. Even that you cannot do, for this is a very stupid cult. It doesn't matter how simple the question is. So when a Muslim says to us, Islam give us all the answers for what?